What's going on, everyone? Model Deer Farmer back with you here today on the channel. Today we're going to be taking a first look at the 2025 Ertl Toys and Collectibles catalog for case and case construction here from Ertl. So let's go ahead and take a look. Now I will tell you guys, I already looked at this beforehand, and the Case IH catalog this year is stacked. We got absolutely so much stuff in here. So much awesome stuff, new stuff as well. So let's go ahead and get going, taking a look at it here. So first thing we'll have here is the Precision Heritage. Nothing new in the Precision Heritage line. Just still the International Harvester 986 with 720 plow coming back. And then we also still have the 1/16 scale International Harvester 1066 5 millionth tractor, 50th anniversary, which I believe was also out last year. But with that, that will take us into the 1/16 scale Prestige lineup here for Case IH. Our first item here is going to be the new 1/16 scale Case IH Steiger 715 quad track, and this one's going to be available in February 2025. And this tractor features a die-cast front and rear body, cab frame, track drive frames, drive wheels, and idler wheels. It has soft tracks, articulating steering and opening hood, detailed engine, and clear windows that reveal a detailed interior. This unit does include a 3-point hitch on the rear end, and keep that in mind because that's going to be key as we come up here a little bit later, because we have pretty much about the same thing, just a slight difference. But we are also getting the smaller version as well, the 1/16 scale Case IH Steiger 645 quad track. Now this one's not going to be out until April 2025, and this is the real one shown obviously right now. But the tractor features die-cast front and rear body. Features include an updated cab roof, grab rails, and opening hood to reveal the detailed engine. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. So to start things off there, you got two quad tracks, and I'm going to tell you, it's not going to stop there. We're going to have some more coming up here pretty soon. But first, we got a pair of Magnums here, because the Magnums did come out with some new models here recently. So we have some new updated Magnums here in the 1/16 scale Prestige lineup. The Case IH Magnum 385. Now I realize it used to be a 380, but now it is a 385. And this is going to be shipped in May 2025. And this replica has row crop, front and rear duals. Other features include updated light beacons, a 3-point hitch, mirrors, and warning arms. And then right over here, got sort of about the same thing, but this is going to be the Case IH Magnum 405 row track version. This obviously used to be a 400 model, but is now a 405. This will be ready in February 2025, and this is a replica feature. This is a replica features up. That doesn't make sense, but this is a replica features updated light beacons, detailed interior, and a 3-point hitch. Something pretty cool down here. New 2025 1/16 scale Prestige. One-time production, limited quantities on these. And I know when they made the 1/32 scale 1206 as a farm show a few years ago, those were sold like hotcakes. So these is probably going to be a popular farm toy. But it's the Farmall 1206 60th anniversary model. It's going to be out in February 2025, and this 1/16 scale die-cast replica honors the 60th anniversary of the Farmall 1206, the first IH row crop tractor with over 100 horsepower. Features include the early 1965 graphics, as well as dual rear wheels and ROPS with canopy. 60 gold chrome plated chase units will randomly be inserted into the production run. So you're gonna have to be on the lookout if you want one of those. Only 60 of them. These are limited quantities, one-time production while supplies last. So you're gonna want to get your hand on that right away. But here's where we come back to some more quad tracks. Now this is the 1/16 scale Case IH Steiger 715 quad track. Now this is not, does not say it was new. Maybe it was in the one last year, but I don't remember. But we're gonna tell you the difference between the other one that we already saw that is new in 2025. So the 1/16 scale Case IH Steiger 715 is a one-time production. I feel like this was kind of the introduction edition type thing. But this tractor features a die-cast front and rear body, cab frame, track, drive frames, drive wheels, and idler wheels. It has soft tracks, articulated steering, and opening hood. Detailed engine and clear windows reveal a detailed interior. So this is going to be the 715 without a 3-point hitch. So I guess you can choose if you want one on there or not. So yeah, you got your choices on there when it comes to the 1/16th scale Prestige quad tracks. Now moving over here, we got some more. We're getting crazy with our quad tracks and magnums here because we're just having so many different varieties and variations of them. But next up, one-time production, limited quantities on this 1/16th scale Case IH Steiger 645. This is also the new Steiger models. So this would have maybe been a 620 in the past. I'm not completely sure. But this will have LSW tires on it, so that's pretty cool. This one-time production Case IH Steiger 645 four-wheel drive tractor has die-cast front and rear body. Features include an updated cab roof, grab rails, and LSW tires, and an opening hood to reveal the detailed engine. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. So that's our kind of only quad track here, or I guess Steiger, sorry, not quad track, Steiger, with wheels this year. But we also have a one-time production limited quantities Case IH Magnum 355 Introduction Edition. So this is the Introduction Edition. A little bit different than the 385 over here. A little bit different looking wheels on it too. But this one is die-cast, one-time production Case IH Magnum 355 tractor. Features front and rear duals, rear warning arms, and updated lights and beacons. It has a special Introduction Edition tampo on the cab. Special red chrome chase units will be randomly inserted into the production run. Now we finally get down to some 1/16th scale models that are returning, so we're not going to go as deep into these, but the Case International 7130 will be returning, as well as the International Harvester 5288. Now I said that this 1/16th scale lineup is packed, and I mean it, because we have a whole bunch more 1/16th scale Prestige units here. We have the 1/16th scale International Harvester 1086 Tri-Stripe. We have the International Harvester 1066 here with the cab on it. You got the International Harvester Hydro 70 with the ROPS on it, and the International Harvester 1256 with the FWA mechanical front wheel drive on there, as well as rounding out our huge 1/16th scale Prestige collection for the Case IH. We will have the 1/16th scale Farmall C White 75th anniversary. Now, let's keep going here with the 1/16th scale replicas, because we got some of them too. We got three new 1/16th scale replica models on the Case IH lineup here. We have the 1/16th scale Farmall 806, and that one's going to be out in June of 2025, and it's going to feature a narrow front axle, fenders, and gas engine detail. Then over here, the next one, the 1/16th scale Farmall 300 with FFA logo. It's going to be available in February 2025. It is available in US and Canada only, but this is a replica of the Farmall 300 tractor with narrow front axle. It has the FFA logo on the hood sides. Now, moving down here to the 1/16th scale Farmall Super M Congratulations tractor. And now, if you've watched these videos before, I don't really love these series, but with the happy birthday and congratulations, but it is what it is. It's going to be available in March 2025, though. Farmall Super M tractor with narrow front and special congratulations graphics and paint scheme. Now for some more old iron here that is returning to the 1/16th scale replica lineup. We have the Farmall C with FFA logo and the Farmall Super M with FFA logo. Lots of old iron here in the 1/16th scale lineup. Looking really good. Let's finish this 1/16th scale lineup up. We have the Farmall F20 Gray coming back. The 656 Diesel Happy Birthday tractor that's also coming back. As well as, I think, one of our only actual 1/16th scale replica Case IH units, the Case IH Farmall 115A with L575 loader. And then we got an implement, the Case IH RB565 round baler. And then our last thing to round out our 1/16 scale replica lineup here is the Case IH MXU 135 with loader. That will take us into our 1/32 scale prestige lineup for the Case IH catalog this year. Now, this is going to be the National Farm Toy Museum Select Series tractor for this year. It's going to be a one-time production, limited quantities on this Case International 9250 2025 National Farm Toy Museum Select Series. It's going to be available May 2025, and it's produced for the National Farm Toy Museum. The one-time production tractor features die-cast construction, configured with front and rear duals, so pretty neat model there. But guess what? We are back into the big quad tracks here. In the 1/32 scale prestige lineup, you're going to get the Case IH Steiger 715 quad track. It's going to be available in May of 2025, and this tractor has die-cast front and rear body and a soft feel tracks mounted on die-cast track frames. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior, and the rear 3-point hitch will raise and lowers. So that we'll move on to the next page here, where we still got a good amount of more new items. I told you the new items are stacked up in this Case catalog this year. Case IH coming out with a lot of stuff last year, so getting a lot of that in toy form for the 2025 year. But in 1/32 scale prestige, continuing on, we got some smaller versions. Since we looked at the 715, we're now going to the wheeled Case IH Steiger 595 series. It's going to be out in June 2025, and this tractor is constructed with a die-cast front and rear body. It has dual tires mounted on die-cast and plastic wheels. So that's looking pretty nice. Cool to see a wheel version. But then over here, we have the smaller version as well, the 1/32 scale Case IH Steiger 595 quad track. It's going to be available in July. And this tractor features the new hood and grille design. It is constructed with die-cast front and rear body. So you really got your whole kind of lineup here. You got your wheeled version, your smaller track version, as well as the 715 that we already took a look at for your bigger version. Moving down here on the bottom of the page in 1/32 scale prestige, we have a combine for 1/32 scale. So this is going to be new this year. Case IH Axial Flow 9260 tracked combine. It's going to be available to ship in February of 2025. And this combine is constructed with a die-cast upper body and soft feel tracks mounted on die-cast frames. The unloading auger rotates out from the combine, and the grain platform attaches to the feeder housing. Features include a folding rear ladder and 12-row folding corn head. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior, so pretty neat to see 1/32 scale prestige Case IH combine back in here. I know they've made them in the past, but I feel like we haven't had any in the past couple of years. But that is not the end of our 1/32 scale prestige lineup, believe it or not. Next up, we have the 1/32 scale International Harvester 4366. This thing looks pretty neat. It's going to be out in February 2025, so not too far away. Constructed with die-cast, this four-wheel drive tractor has a red cab. Features include cab roof warning lights and single wheels and tires. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. Now coming off to end off our new models here in the 1/32 scale prestige is the 1/32 scale Farmall 1206. This is probably about the same tooling as what the farm show was back in 2023, but I'm not completely sure, but it looks like it probably is. Maybe that one had a canopy. I think that one had a canopy, but this is going to be out in February 2025, and this die-cast replica has a wide front axle and open station with fenders. Features include front weights, rear duals, a 3-point hitch, and graphics from 1965 on the front hood sides. So that's going to round off our new models, but we also have returning models, which is the Case International 4894, the 1/32 scale Steiger Cougar 4 KM280, along with its dusty, dirty chase unit. And then moving on to the next page here, we are going to be into our 1/32 scale replica lineup, which, you guessed it, got another quad track. Well, not quad track, but big Steiger tractor here. 1/32 scale Case IH Steiger 645 in the replica lineup. It's going to be out in July. It's constructed of die-cast and plastic. This four-wheel drive tractor has rear duals. The drawbar is compatible with most 1/32 scale implements. Moving down here, we also have the updated Magnum coming out for the 1/32 scale replica lineup, though. The Case IH Magnum 385, which is going to be out in March, and it features the MFWD with oscillating front axle, has removable cab, and 3-point hitch that raises and lowers. Moving down here, we get an implement in the 1/32 scale lineup, which is pretty neat to see. The 1/32 scale Case IH True Tandem 330 Turbo Disc, and this one's going to be out in March. I believe they have made this one before, but pretty cool to see it back. And constructed with die-cast and plastic, and muddy painted chase units are randomly inserted into the production run. It seems like they're doing like chase units on like almost everything now, but it's tough to ever find them because whenever the dealers get them, they just take them out for themselves anyways. So you're gonna have to kind of dig deep if you want some of these chase units. It's a little tough, but I believe we still have something else in the 1/32 scale replica lineup that is new this year. We have the 1/32 scale Farmall 806 with gravity wagon, and this is going to be available in March. It's constructed of die cast and plastic. The tractor has wide front axle and single rear tires. Includes a red gravity wagon with silver rims and a ladder, so you get a little harvest setup there. So looking pretty neat. And the computer wants to go to 1/64 scale, which I know probably a fair amount of you are looking forward to that too, but the computer doesn't want to finish the 1/32 scale stuff. Come on. But rounding out the 1/32 scale lineup here, we have some returning models, which will be the International Harvester 966, as well as the International Harvester 1086 with the cab, and the 1/32 scale Case IH RB 565 Premium HD round baler that comes with 6 bales. And that's going to round things off here, I believe, for the 1/32 scale lineup. We're now into 1/64 scale Prestige, where we got a whole bunch of more big Steigers here. So, starting this thing off, we got the Case IH Steiger 595 in the Prestige lineup for 1/64, and it's going to be out in June. And this unit has die-cast front and rear body with soft field tracks, not tracks, mounted on die-cast track frame. Yeah, that's not right if this is a wheeled version, so sorry Ertl, but you are wrong. This has duals on it, I would assume. Features include rear fuel tanks and clear cab windows that reveal the detailed interior. Now over on this one does have tracks. This is the Case IH Steiger 645 quad track that's going to be available in June, and it's constructed with die-cast front and rear body. This tractor features rear fuel tanks and soft field tracks mounted on die-cast track frames. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. So that one does have tracks. This one has wheels on it, like the picture, I would assume, because it doesn't say quad track. So, got one last new item here in the 1/64 scale Prestige with the 1/64 scale International Harvester 4586. It's going to be out in March, and this unit features the later style paints and graphics with revised curved exhaust stack. The tractor has die-cast front and rear bodies, hood and wheels. Clear cab windows reveal the detailed interior, and the rear 3-point hitch raises and lowers. Now we're going to be on to our returning models here this year. So the 9380 Case IH Steiger is coming back. We're still going to have the Case IH Patriot 4350 sprayer. And going over here where we got a whole bunch of articulants, like all you could ever want for articulants, because we got like every single one. Case IH Steiger 715 and 9380 set. You got the Steiger 400 as well on the small frame, and the Steiger 645 on there. Then you got the 620 with the LSWs, and the Steiger 580, which I believe, that might be the big frame yet. So you got like a whole bunch of these things. You can have anything you want. Pick whichever one you like best. You got plenty of options there. I mean, literally everything on these 2 pages besides the sprayer is articulated tractors. So you can definitely have your picking. But we still got some more stuff that's coming back here. The 1/64 scale Case International 7120 Magnum's coming back. The 1/64 scale Case IH Axial Flow AF11 is coming back, which this came out the middle of the year last year, so it's not in the last year catalog, so I guess we'll just take a look at it. but is constructed with die-cast body and configured with front duals, includes 16-row corn head and FD250 draper head that will attach to the feeder housing. Features pivoting front ladder, folding, unloading auger, free rolling wheels, oscillating rear axle and feeder housing that raises and lowers, includes railing, mirror, and light detail. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. Then moving down here, we got the Case IH 8260 combine, which I don't know if this was in there last year or not, but it's kind of a cookie cutter combine, it kind of seems like. So you're kind of going to get the same thing throughout there, just with the rebranding. And then this is our last thing in the Prestige lineup, is the 7250 track combine. Not sure if this was in there last year or not, but you're just going to get the 12-row folding corn head, as well as the tracks on there instead of the duals over on the 8260 here. But over in our 164 scale replica lineup, we only have 2 new items. Now, honestly, the 164 scale lineup in this catalog is probably the most shallow out of the entire thing. Like, we got so many 1/32 and 1/16 scale models. I was kind of expecting more when I got to the 164 scale here, but we only have 2 new models in 164 scale replica right now, which is the Farmall Super M that's going to be available in May 2025, and it's configured with narrow front axle, fenders, features silver muffler and silver seat, as well as the Farmall 806 with clamshell fenders. It's going to be available in May, and it's constructed of die-cast and plastic. This unit features a narrow front and clamshell fenders. Now, that doesn't look like a narrow front. That looks like a wide front. Maybe we need to do some editing before we post the catalog and have wrong things everywhere, just like how we had yellow rims on the New Holland windrower the other day. But now moving on to what we're keeping, coming back, if it comes back to me, is the 164 scale Farmall 400 with flare box wagon, the 164 scale Farmall 460 with disc, and then we'll move on to the next page here where we are stacked with tractors, including the International Harvester 856 with the white cab, the International Harvester Farmall 1456 with FFA logo, the 164 scale International Harvester 1466 black stripe with FFA logo, the International Harvester 1486, the International 6588 2+2 tractor, the International Harvester 5488 with rear duals, and then coming over here where we get kind of our newer stuff after these articulants, the Steiger Panther 2 Pink and the Steiger Super Wildcat 2 Industrial. And then we get a few Magnums here. Now, I would love to see Ertl update the tooling on these to make them the Prestige series, because we only have like Steigers and Prestige for case right now. So that'd be really cool. But we got a whole bunch of these things in here. You got your 385 with normal wheels. You got your 310 with the bigger floaters. You got the 340 Case IH AFS Connect Magnum Pink tractor, as well as the Case IH AFS Connect Magnum 400 Happy Birthday tractor. Now we'll go on to the next page here where we have the rest of our 164 scale lineup in replica. We have the 164 scale Case IH Farmall 105A tractor with loader, the Case IH Maxim 145 with loader, the Case IH AFS Connect Steiger 540, the Case IH Steiger 715 quad track. Yeah, it's pretty much the same as the 10 other quad tracks that I already read the description for, so pause the video here and read it if you really want, but it's compatible with most 164 scale implements. I think that's about the only different thing. Case IH AFS Connect Steiger 620 quad track with semi and lowboy trailer on there, looking pretty neat. And then up here you got the Case IH Patriot 4350 sprayer and semi with lowboy trailer, 164 scale Case IH Steiger 595 quad track with Ashland 2811E scraper, the Patriot 4350 sprayer, the WD 2505 windrower. We do have one last page, actually a full page here, of 164 scale lineup. We do have the 164 scale Case IH Axial Flow AF11 combine, and this is constructed with die-cast body and configured with front duals. Includes 16-row corn head and FD250 draper head, which will attach to the feeder housing. Features pivoting front ladder, Folding auger, free rolling wheels, oscillating rear axle, and feeder housing that raises and lowers. Clear cab windows reveal a detailed interior. Then you got the Case IH Axial Flow 7260 Combine. We're bringing back the 2150 Early Riser Planter. And then as we come over here, in which I think is the last page now, the 164 scale Case IH Axial Flow 8250 Combine Harvesting Set, where you got all that stuff in there. 164 scale Ram pickup with gooseneck flatbed trailer with round bales. And the Case IH haying set, which is not there anymore because the computer said no. Haying set, there you go. Moving into the construction lineup, nothing new here. Got the Case CX 220E excavator coming back. The SV 340B skid steer and 1/16 scale coming back. The 150th scale Case 580 Super NWT backhoe loader coming back. And then the Case 621G wheel loader and the Case 2050M XLT crawler dozer are all coming back. We'll just take a quick look here at a few of the big farm items. Like one of the only new big farm items in any of the brands in like a whole bunch of years. This was the big thing in like 2012 to 2018 sort of. It was like what Ertl was like loving the most, and then it kind of fell off. But new this year, 1/16 scale Case IH Puma 215 with grain cart, which is a remake from like 2012. But this set includes a tractor with lights and sounds and a J&M grain cart with an articulating auger and opening chute. And go back, please. We're also getting a new 1/16 scale puller tractor, Case IH puller tractor Roaring Red, which is going to be available in July 2025, and it's measuring over 14 inches long. This puller tractor features thunderous engine sounds, oversized tires, free rolling wheels, new graphics, and Try Me packaging, including 3 AAA batteries. We're also getting the Case IH dealership Ram Dually that's going to be available in July, and it's a rendering right now, but this set includes a Ram 3500 dealership truck and a gooseneck trailer, SV 340 skid steer loader, and construction zone items. Now, obviously, there are some more items here in the 1/16 scale Big Farm lineup, pretty much like same tractor in like everything, but that's how it is. That's the old pulling tractor there. You got a couple last things here in the Big Farm that we're not going to go through. Then your 1/32 scale everyday play stuff, a whole bunch of stuff in there. But what we're interested in, puller tractors, because we got some new puller tractors here from Case IH this year. So starting it off, the 1/32 scale Case IH pullback puller tractor with sled. That's the same one that's returning from last year, but we do have some new 1/64 scales. The Case IH puller tractor assortment Wave 5 that's going to be available in June includes Blazing Red puller tractor with chase unit and the Iron Beast puller tractor with chase unit. So you're going to be getting a black chase unit with the Blazing Red, and not too much of a difference between that one. You got red weights and you got metal colored writing, and then you got your old ones that were out last year, the vintage puller assortment, which I thought was pretty cool. I got the Outlugger one. I was kind of hoping to find this one too, but never did. But that's gonna be it for your puller tractors. Well, I lied. There's these sled assortments that are coming back, and the tractor and trailer, or the tractor, trailer, and pickup set that's coming back as well. But other than that, we do have a Case 970 Desert Sunset pedal tractor that's going to be coming out. That's going to be out in June. So that's pretty neat. But that's about it that we all got on the Case IH side. Pretty long video, but lots of stuff in this catalog. We are stacked on the Case IH side this year. I would even say that we're maybe even a little bit more stacked than John Deere this year for Case IH. There's just a lot. They got lots of stuff in here. So many of the quad tracks. I think there's like 4 of the new 9RXs in the Deere catalog, and there's like, probably 15 of the new ones throughout this catalog. Like, I got tired of reading all that stuff, but lots of cool models. They'll all be coming out sometime this year. But if you guys have Anything you want to look at more closely, head over to Ertl's website under the Catalogs tab, and you will see the 2025 Case IH catalog there, as well as the New Holland one and the John Deere one. So you can check those out more in depth. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like. Also, consider subscribing to the channel. We're trying to hit 4,000 subscribers by the end of March, so let's try and get there. If you make sure to hit that bell icon so you'll be notified whenever I upload a new video. If you have any comments or questions, you can leave those down in the comment section below. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.